and let the B. So, Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing, some licks and frills. I'm going to show you 3 licks that I use. These are my favourites, and you can put these in quite a few different places, but I'll show you where they're intended to go. This is the first one. That's my favourite one. So that is C major, 1, 2, F major, 1, 2, and B flat. Let that one ring. So you mute these and let the B ring out. Another one, which I think is really nice, bit of a slide. So we're heading for the 11th fret. We're on the 4th string. You play this from down here, so you resolve here and then you slide up. You can do that all the way up if you want. I tend to do it from about here. So let's play that for you. And then that resolves back down to an F. So that's 2. This is another little interesting thing that you may or may not notice in the original recording. There's more than one way to play this little bit. What you'll find most of the time is the rhythm does play, but that's not what's going on in the background or in the foreground. So it's the same idea. It's the triad B flat, and then you bring your little finger across to the 6th fret on the 2nd string. So you kind of get this sound. Which you don't want to be doing every time, but if you can slip in one of those every now and again, it does brighten things up. Now the other licks around this, we've covered those to death in parts 1 and parts 2. So that's used all the time. Oh, and of course the one before that, which is, and that again is that same slide, 5 to 7. That's on the 4th string. Drop down to the 3rd, 5, and then 8, open, and then back. It's a really easy one. So let's look at where they actually are supposed to fit in. So they mostly are coming from the A chord. So if we go from the C major, and then you would go and then that would lead you into the, whoops, well, you get my drift, don't you? The other one, which is the slidey one, same again actually, it's the C major, A, and then on that 4th string you can grab it and slide all the way up if you want, or you can move your hand down and bring the slide in from another position. So that is 11 on the 4th. I'm going to drop down to 10 on the 2nd. So hit that once more after the slide. 10 on the 2nd. Bring a finger in on 11 on the 2nd. And back off. I'm having a good day today. Let's do that again. So we'll do the slide. Hit it once more, and then 10 on the 2, 11 on the 2, 10 on the 2. That resolves back to an F, which is this part here. Now you can put those in other places, and I think I'll leave that to your own imagination, because what you find fits nicely may not be the way that I do it. If you want to see how I do that, I'm quite happy to put together another short video of where I slip those in where they shouldn't be. So you've got basically, and you can play that in other positions. If you find the C up here, doesn't sound as good, I don't think. Might be a case of hitting the right strings. The other one is the slide that we've just done. I really like that. Goes back to the F. variation on that little bit there. So as opposed to, you're going to go and you can actually slide that last bit if that's easier or more comfortable, or you might prefer that sound. But you don't want to do that every time, because then it becomes monotonous. It's nice to have a little bit of variation, just to keep it interesting. So that's 3 licks in there. One of them just a variation on one we already do. The positions of those, where you put them in the song, your arrangement is entirely up to you. I mean, for example, I often start Sultans of Swing and I do that because that's instantly recognizable, and it leads straight back into the, obviously, the verses and then back to that chorus. So there's a little bit to work with. I'm conscious of the length of the video, so I'm trying to keep this. I'd aimed at 5 minutes, I've missed that already, so I'll stop that there. I'll stop it there. You've got the slide, you've got the variation on that, so you've got quite a bit to play with there. If you put that into the stuff that we've done in parts 1 and part 2, you'll have quite a nice recognizable and reasonably skillful sounding rendition of Sultans of Swing. The next video that I'll do, when I get round to it, will be a couple of more licks, and if you want it, I'll cover the first solo. Now the problem with that is you have to break rhythm for that, and you know, for one guitar that can be a problem, but I don't mind doing a video on that. It's relatively straightforward. It's moving up and down quite a bit, but it's not a difficult solo to play, so I'm happy to show you that as a tutorial. Anyway, that's 7 minutes. It's going to be 10 minutes before I know it. So thanks for watching, it's much appreciated. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.